I saw something in the Star Wars toys I wasn't supposed to see.
This Luke looks like he sold his TV to smoke crack in a cardboard box behind the pawn shop.
You want to buy some death sticks?
And once I noticed it, I couldn't unsee it.
You want to go home and rethink your life?
This last wave of the Black Series Orange line got strange. And we're about to show you why.
Number 9. Stormtrooper. Moving forward in time to the red line, I did a quick side-by-side because number 48 in the red line is Stormtrooper.
And there was something very surprising about these Stormtroopers.
Other than in the packaging, this one's head's looking down a little bit. They look identical.
And that wasn't the only thing.
The weapons look identical. The blaster pistol or rifle looks identical. I couldn't find any glaring differences anywhere between the two figures.
And then this is where we started to notice a pattern.
Without researching it further, I would say that the red line was probably a re-release of the exact same figure in a different box at a different time for increased profits. They did nothing new, just like their clone troopers, where they just repaint the same mold.
Okay, but if we think about it, we got to check ourselves a little bit right here.
Now, we talked about this earlier. What are you really going to remold on a Stormtrooper or a clone trooper? It's the same... It's the same look.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
But they don't do anything different. They just, we'll put a red stripe on this one's head and, there's some dirt on his hand. But I think this looks really good. Very well done. The Stormtrooper, the iconic villainous pawn of the chess game of the galaxy. Number 10, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
This is where the wave starts to get a little complicated.
I think they could have did better on the face sculpt. Doesn't really look like Ewan McGregor. Overall, it's a pretty decent looking figure.
It's not that bad. Look at his face here, though. He's like upset.
Yeah, it doesn't
grimacing.
look like him. It looks like an angry freaking imposter, but whatever. So this is not Padawan Obi-Wan. This is grown-ass adult Obi-Wan. He looks like Obi-Wan from Revenge of the Sith. Overall, the outfit, the detail is accurate with what he looked like in the film. It's just, I think they could have got the face sculpt a little bit better, but glancing over and seeing this figure, if you're into Star Wars, you would immediately go, oh, that's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan's badass.
Now, when this figure came out, it was one of the most exciting Jedi releases. But the next figure, oh man.
Number 11. Oh, look, it's Luke Skywalker again.
This Luke Skywalker? Well, this one's a whole different story.
So they only did 10 before they brought him back.
Yeah, so he looks like a meth addict. It doesn't really look like Mark Hamill.
I'm here for the same reason you is, man. I want some crack.
This Luke looks like he sold his TV to smoke crack in a cardboard box behind the pawn shop.
I look at other people's opinion online about some of these. They're like, overall, Hasbro did a great job. Were you drunk when you reviewed this figure? Because, again, like Obi-Wan, across the room, I'm like, oh, that's Luke Skywalker, Empire Strikes Back. But you get closer and you're like, what did they do to your face? Overall, for 2013, it looks pretty good. I don't think it looks like Mark Hamill at all. And I don't know who they got for this picture here, but he looks like a tween from an 80s movie. I don't know.
Now, if Luke looked like that, imagine what they did to the next one. And by the way, this next figure cost my buddy a shitload of money. And after you see his face, you're going to ask why.
Number 12 is Anakin Skywalker. So let me tell you about the price I paid for this one.
Yes.
When I was in the market to acquire this, the cheapest price I could find by now was about $200.
Oh my gosh.
I won him in an auction with shipping at almost $190. And I kept outbidding everybody.
All right, here we go. Number 20. What's your place? What are you going to pay? How much? How much?
Right there, yes.
I got one right there. What you wear? 102.
Back and forth to get this. And I ended up saving about 15, 20 bucks, I think, overall from buying it. Why this figure was apparently is it was acceptable to charge that much for it, but it was across the board almost 200 bucks.
Dang.
This is one of the ones that the balance of what I've spent versus what it was worth when it came out, it gets offset. This is also Revenge of the Sith.
This is where the fun begins.
There's two faces. They did get Anakin's scar accurately on his face. Overall, I think it did for the most. It definitely captured the likeness of Hayden Christensen better than they captured of Mark Hamill on the last figure.
I sense a trap. Next move? Spring the trap.
But again, with the weirdness, right? Luke, Darth Maul, Luke, Anakin. It's like, why are we jumping? Like, just do all the prequels, do all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Regardless, overall, it's a good looking figure. They got his clothing accurately depicted in the figure. You get 2 heads in there. 2 heads are better than 1. There's also a deluxe that was released, which is out of stock on Hasbro. No freaking surprise there.
You suck. So hard.
Depicting the battle on Mustafar
Yeah,
on the little
that's-
mining platform things over the lava. I'll just 3 years. I'll pay $600-700 for that on eBay. No big deal. If you don't already know about Orange Line, okay, this was number 12.
This is where collectors often get confused. I know I did.
So the next one is number 14, the Clone Trooper. So you may be asking yourself, what about 13? Star Spinner? 13 was supposed to be Chewbacca, and he was never released as part of the Orange Line. There were plans to release him. I think it was production or something. They never did. So what did they do? They pushed Chewbacca out with the blue line. So if you have an actual Orange Line 13 Chewbacca, you stole a prototype or something from Hasbro back in 2013 because they did not hit the market. So number 14, Clone Trooper, first 6-inch Clone Trooper. Overall, it looks pretty good. It's pretty accurate for the Phase 1 Clone Trooper.
Well, it looks good.
It was pretty good. I was happy. It looks great.
But here's why this one stood out to my buddy.
The weapons are pretty accurate from the prequels. I looked this one up and down. There was nothing that stood out to me that I was like, that's inconsistent. That's not right. This doesn't look good. It's a basic Clone Trooper that they did fairly well. Sometimes I imagine if they were like alive in their little boxes at night, let me out.
So that takes us.
The beginning of Black Series.
The beginning of the
Really,
Black
The
Series.
start of Black Series.
And these were the first 13
13,
'Cause
because we took
Chewbacca-
Chewbacca out, correct? Yes.
that came out in 2013.
Yep. The second half of these crossed over into 2014.
But there's something that I don't think most people realize.
They were probably molded in 2013, but
Yeah.
they didn't release till 14. And that happens a lot. There's a lot of times, about 50, I would say conservatively, 50% of the time,
60% of the time, it works every time.
they're molded and released the same year, or they're a remold.
Mm-hmm.
They're just the same mold and they re-release them.
And that brings us to the end of the very first era of Star Wars, the Black Series action figures, the entire Orange Line.
Hit that like button. Let us know how we're doing in the comments. If there's anything we said that rubs you the wrong way,
That's
well,
inappropriate. It's
I'm not rubbing
inappropriate.
them.
We're not here to rub people. Just do better next time.
But yes, we will do better next time. We will do our best.
Pardon my friend.
Listen here, we are doing this because we just want to talk amongst us.
Amongst us.
amongst us.
Yeah, we like to talk.
And we figured we'd share it.
We figured.
That's
a good one. We figured. Very well played, accidental.
Well, that's all we have for you today. Let us know how we're doing. And until next time, may the force be with you.
Gotta be less long reading he does.